What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today, and welcome to Windy Acres. This is Smokey's most recent creation in MX Bikes, and as we can see just from flying around here, it looks to be his most all-encompassing in terms of, I think it looks the best out of all the tracks that he's done so far. It has 3 tracks as well, so we've got a main motocross track. We have got a free ride area here that was created by Suki completely for free, so shout out Suki for helping out Smokester on that. And then somewhere around these parts, we do also have a little bit of a pit bike track. Oh, there's more free ride stuff over here as well. Oh my, wait, there's all sorts going on here. Okay, a little, definitely going to try and hit a wheelie off the back of that at some time. And yeah, we've got a pit bike track lurking somewhere in the middle right here. So a little figure of 8 jumping back and forth in a little whoop section. So lots and lots of stuff going on here, and very excited to get into it. And it looks a little bit different to other Smokester tracks that I've seen in the past, because Smokester, it usually goes down the more of an orangey kind of dirt route. This is definitely more on the browner side than the orangey side. So I'm very interested to see how it rides. It looks a little bit rougher than some of his previous tracks. All of the corners seem to have a little bit of waves to them, and we've even got some kind of wet sort of watery parts going on as well, which that looks, the reflections on that look lovely, by the way. Yeah, so I'm getting distracted. It's because I've been doing stuff on Moto 101 recently, which is coming, by the way. It's another step along. Thank you very much to Kevin for helping me out on that. And I just want to run some laps, to be honest, and see how it rides. Very excited to get into this one. I did just want to mention, before I start spinning any laps around this place, that SMX Round 1 is tonight. If you want to see what the track looks like, then by all means go to the Aerial Discord, and they've got a link for it there, which is under Stone Riders Instagram, which might just be under Instagram, under Stone Riders YouTube, which I think is just under Aerial YouTube. Or alternatively, if you follow me on Instagram already, I've literally just straight up ripped and copy and pasted Stone Riders video and put it on my Instagram, so you can see it there instead. Looks very, very fast and wide open, which I'm quite excited for. And the other cool thing is, as of tonight, I will finally have some different gear, because you've seen me riding this bike with this gear combo for quite a few videos now, to be honest. And yeah, it's going to be all nice and different. I've seen the little previews that BP has sent me, and when I tell you it looks sexy, my god, does it look sexy. I don't think I've had a KTM. Jesus Christ. I don't think I've had a Kawi setup that has looked that nice before, so I'm very excited to get that all put together and riding. So tune into my YouTube later tonight. I'll be streaming it, my first stream in a very long time since Black Ops 6 came out, so hopefully I'm not too rusty on that. But it'll be good fun. I'm not looking to win tonight at all. I want to use it as like I guess a practice race for me, because I haven't done any Supercross races yet. I know a lot of the guys have been doing like the DDC races, for example, where they've got some practice in to see how they stack up against everyone, learn how the road works, so on and so forth. But it's going to be my first time of doing it, so I'm interested to see how it goes overall. And the track itself, I don't know how I feel about it, and this isn't like Stone Riders or Hell Machines doing at all, because they are copying the real life track. But do you remember probably like a month or so ago when I was talking about the real SMX tracks, and I just said that I don't like how they've built the tracks? It doesn't feel very supercrossy to me. It doesn't even feel outdoorsy either. It's just a bad amalgamation of the two. So I'm interested to see how it's going to ride in game. The track looks very, very wide, but then there's also a good amount of ruts and bumps in there. So interesting to see how it handles all around. I'm just going to ride a supercross setup. I'm not going to bother messing around and trying to find like a hybrid between indoors and outdoors. I'm just going to ride what I have been riding. Hopefully the starts don't go too horrendously, because that will make or break most of the race, to be completely honest. That's just how indoor stuff goes on this game. And just keep our fingers crossed and our toes at the same time. We'll see how it rides all together. So let's go back onto this track right now. We will circle back and actually talk about it so far. It's very, oh my goodness, it flows quite nicely so far. And a trait of Smokester's tracks seem to be these kind of jumpy sections that they're kind of a bit supercrossy in feel / rhythmy, but just on a much larger scale. Like, you do have to have some pretty good timing. You've got to learn how hard you have to hit all these jumps. There is some wiggle room if you want to come up short and case it, or there is a little bit of wiggle room the other way where you can OJ things a little bit, but then some sections it will catch you out. And I'm having to keep a constant eye on the track map on the right hand side, because some of these jumps lead straight into corners, and I don't want to be sending it third, fourth gear whipped off a jump and then jump completely off the track, which I have been known to do in the past. It's a common trait of mine, and it looks really, really nice. I like these little wet bits that he's added in here or there. Just, oh my goodness, adds a little bit more variation into the track, makes it not look very samey. And from work in progress screenshots that I saw of this, he's actually improved on it a lot. I don't know if someone gave him some feedback, but it looked like all of the ruts and all of the water parts were very in unison. You know, like every rut was at like the same sort of angle, and all the water was in exactly the same place in each rut. And it looks like he's added a lot more variation to that now, and it looks there's no symmetry to it at all, which is what organic motocross tracks look like. They have to be imperfect in a way, which is something that I'm not very good at doing myself. And I like Smokes spoke about this in Earthworks Discord not that long ago. He seems like he's like me a lot in the way that when he finds something that he enjoys, he basically exclusively does that, which is why you've seen so many tracks coming out from him recently, because he's just really enjoying the whole track making process. I wish that I grasped it as quickly as he has, because I would definitely have some more tracks out by now, but my issue is the texturing. But I'm really happy to sit there and make height maps all day long and place objects in Blender and do timing gates or whatever. But my texturing is so cheeks, it's unreal. So thankfully, Mr. Kevin Fwailer stepped in for me last night. I think he spent, it must have been like 5-6 hours just grinding away at my Moto 101 track for me. And he's, like, he stayed up longer than me as well. I went to sleep last night and he sent me some pictures of it all done, and it looks so far superior to anything that I could have personally made myself. And as I was watching him going through things, obviously you have a lot of reference points when you're texturing, and you kind of get the track path out and you like apply different textures to different parts of it. It made me realize just how messy my processes are when building tracks. A lot of it is maybe just delete a little bit here, add a little bit here, do this jump, adjust this same jump like 20 times without creating backups or anything, which then makes the whole texturing process even harder, because there's so many bits of the track that maybe aren't the same width in places they should be. One thing that really annoyed me is a lot of track creators, when they're making replica tracks, they'll go to Google Maps, let's say, and get a perfect, you know, satellite top-down image of the most up-to-date version they can. So when they put their track together on top of that, they know it is a true like one-to-one exact replica in terms of the track layout itself. Now, when I was originally doing Moto 101, Google Maps didn't have the most recent version. So I asked for like a drone scan that then was at a very slight angle, so there might be like a few degrees here or there, that corner might turn more or less. And then when I went to look last night, after I've completed all the height map, Google has updated it, so now the most recent version is on there in very high quality. So that was really annoying, but it is what it is. So hopefully, now that the texturing side of things is, I'd say, like 95% done, so there's one or two things I want to go and touch up or add another layer, maybe like a gravel one here for some paths, then I only have to do some Blender stuff and some timing gates related stuff. So for all of you that keep asking where it is, because I'm pretty sure I promised that it would be done basically like a month and a half ago at this point, which I'm sorry for. It's on its way, so it's still being worked on. It's not a dead project by any means, which is very cool, and I'll be excited when it's completed. It's always like a massive load taken off when you finally get to release a track, and then I can start working on some other things from that point. I'm thinking of going back down the indoors route again, because I find that much easier to do, and I might go and do the 2025 Arena Cross tracks, UK Arena Cross tracks, because I believe the track maps for those are out now, and that would be cool, even if we can run some sort of a series on those, and then just kind of try and get better at the whole texturing process to do it myself, so I haven't got to rely on anybody else. That'd be a big old W. And when I say that I don't want to rely on other people, that's not so much that I think I'm annoying other people to ask. It's more so for myself. I like doing things myself. I hate putting trust and having to get other people to do things for me. Whereas on the flip side, a good 99% of the people on the track building side of the MX Bikes community are so helpful and willing to help out whenever they can, just because I think they know how much time, effort and struggle goes into building tracks, that if they've then got to a point where they are more knowledgeable than other people just through trial and error, they are happy to then share that knowledge onto others. And Smokester, in the post for this track, he thanked so many people. You know, Suki helped him on the free ride, Shady helped him with some animations. I think there was like there's a windmill somewhere around these parts animated. who else was it? Bradley Clay helped him with multiple timing gates. So you haven't got to download 3 separate tracks. It's one track that you download, and then it gives you 3 different tracks to choose from in the testing menu. Whether you want to do the MX one, whether you want to do the free ride area, whether you want to do the pit bike track, it's all there together as one. So he's helped him compile all that together. And then, of course, untold amounts of names in the extra credits, just people from Earthworks Discord, and so on and so forth. But it's definitely the better side of the community that I've seen. Sometimes the racing side can get like a little bit toxic, but on the track building side of things, I think it's, for the most part, it tends to be one big happy family, and everyone just trying to help improve each other's work and better the tracks that appear in the game, which I absolutely love to see. I hate when people, I don't know, trying to go against each other and compete against each other and things like that. I don't know. From a racing perspective, obviously, it's absolutely fine. That's what you do in competitive racing. But when you're just trying to create stuff, even whether it's like gear or bike skins or anything like that, it's nice when people help each other out, and we can all kind of collectively improve our work as a community, which I definitely think this community's done. If you take tracks on this game from, like, even maybe going back to, say, 3 years ago now from this point, the level is completely different. Like, the track that I'm playing right now, Smokes' track, bear in mind this is like his, was it like his fourth track, something like that? If he released this track 3-4 years ago, he would have been praised as an absolute god at track rating because of the level of tracks back then. Unfortunately, what you have to compete with nowadays is people like Stone Rider, JV, Hell Machine, Hurren, Bradley Clay. Again, it's going to annoy people because I'm forgetting names off the top of my head, but you know what I'm getting at. Like, the overall quality has been raised so much, but then for the average track creator, it's very, very hard to keep up with that sort of level. But we try our best and pull our collective efforts together, and that's why just the general quality of tracks, I think, has gone up overall. Some of the bumps and ruts on this track looked quite menacing when I was first flying around in the free camera, but they actually flow really nicely. And I think they're not actually as deep as it looks when you're flying around. It's more so the good kind of shading and norms and texturing that's gone on that makes the bumps look like they stick out a lot more than they do. But then the bike does a really good job of just gliding across them, because again, I'm on a Supercross setup right now. I do not have a bike really built to be going around rough-ish kind of outdoors tracks. But it seems to be doing an okay job, like really, really enjoyable. And the track flows well. I don't know, have I crashed? I think I've crashed like once this entire time, which again, good sign of a track. It's nice and fun and flowy, not too difficult, so it's not going to steer away kind of the beginner/intermediate level sort of riders, but then still tricky enough to where some of the better riders can have a fun time and try and learn what all the fast lines are. So again, he's done a really, really good job, and I guess he kind of found his thing. I wonder how long he'll be grinding out tracks until he burns himself out, like I inevitably do when I find a new hobby, a new addiction. What I'm going to do is, I want to ride the pit bike track just for a couple laps, but I'll do that at the very, very end, because I'll switch bikes for it. I want to come over here, and I want to do a little bit, oh god, a little bit of the free ride stuff to see what Suki has cooked up for us. I wonder if it's, because there are timing gates. Oh, well, I say there's timing gates. There's a separate track to play on the free ride side of things. So I'm actually going to load that up because I want to see if there's like a pre-designated, let's say track that you have to ride around. Right, what I didn't see is this is a 1v1. It says, yeah, FMX 1v1. My colour's about to change on my screen. There we go. Yeah, 1v1. So it looks like, so you start here. Do you just both hit? No, you don't. Okay, so it starts here. So are you both just hitting the same jumps as each other? Okay, I think I get the gist of it now. At first I thought it was maybe like a straight rhythm kind of thing, where you just end up jumping side by side, which again could be quite cool for a freestyle kind of track. I also appreciate the wrong way sign. I am probably one of the worst people in the world for going around the tracks backwards all the time. So let's see how this rides. This could be a little bit difficult for me, just trying to do this on the fly whilst recording, because I imagine it would take a couple of attempts just really to work out how fast to hit everything. This screams of an Instagram reel, to be honest, just hitting all these jumps. I've overjumped everything so far. So yeah, this is 1v1 FMX. I imagine you'd have to do this with a buddy to avoid you absolutely annihilating each other in the air. But, oh my goodness. Oh, I feel like this is almost a bit more 250 friendly than 450. I'm going way too far over some of these jumps. Oh, and the one jump that I check up for was bigger. Okay. But I'll do a lap or two going around these, trying to get it all smooth, and then I want to carry on venturing around the rest of the outskirts because it's a lot more than just this. Oh, that is huge. Oh, that was almost nuts. I did not mean to nose bonk that, I'll be honest. I didn't think it would even have collisions, but that would have been sick if I had the cheeky little nose bonk. Yeah, and actually there's more jumps that go around the sides here as well and hit. Oh no, can't ride it away. God damn it. Oh, Suki, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I never do these tracks justice at all. But there are timing gates on this, which is actually quite interesting. There you go. People start setting hot laps on a free ride or FMX track instead. I've been a bit more active on the old TikToks recently. I've noticed TikTok is very odd in what videos it does and doesn't promote. So as of 2 days ago, when I was uploading, I just do random laps on various tracks just because it's very easy content to do and it gets some engagement. When you're uploading a TikTok, it has suggested locations of where that TikTok took place, and one of the suggestions at the moment is Femboys Furries, or Furries Femboy Hangout, or Femboy Furry Hangout, which I just think is very, very funny. So I started tagging that, and I'm not sure if it's that that's done it, but I'm getting followed by some of the most random some of the most random non-motocross related accounts ever. And there's people saying like, why do you only know one trick? Because I'm scrubbing for a motocross track. It's like, why do you only know how to move the front end about? And it's like, it's not freestyle. What are you on about? I'm not going to be doing backflips and 360s and knack-knacks and all sorts whilst riding on the motocross track. It's very, very odd. To the point where I almost felt like I was being view-botted at one point, because I uploaded a video and it got up to like 46,000 views in the space of maybe 10 minutes, whereas others that I post don't even get to 46,000 views full stop. It was just very, very odd. Very, very, very odd indeed. And then the next video that I posted with the same location done awful. Got about 7,000 views. Then the next video that I uploaded with the same location popped off again and got about 100,000. So yeah, TikTok is a very, very odd place. If I was to guess, a lot of the accounts I did like click on and look at, they're either just accounts that end up reposting a bunch of stuff. I didn't hit that. Am I missing something here? I wasn't even close to hitting that time. Have I found an error? I may have found an error in the track creation, boys. I think that little object there, I don't know if it's meant to be there, I'll be honest. But on that note, let me just take a little bit of a detour over here. I'm going to ride the other free ride bit, and it looks like it loops around most of the outskirts of the track for the most part. So this, oh god, hang on. Do I jump left? Oh, okay. So jump left. That is a downside here, not an up ramp. Just swerve my way through here. Oh god. Are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing. So where? Oh, so that's just kind of like a get out of the area side of things. So let me try and work my way over to this other little free ride bit, which I saw on the back side of the map over here. Which it does work our way up. Is that? I'm being such a... Don't send me your tracks, by the way, for me to review, because I do the absolute worst job of covering them ever. Oh, and then that goes back... Oh my goodness, that goes back around that way. That's more freestyle. I was getting confused on what's track and what's not. There's so much free ride stuff around here. This is much more in detail than I thought. Which way does this go? How? So I've somehow ended up getting to this part backwards. Very interesting. I'm gonna just go all the way along here, go all the way to the end, and then so I'm guessing this is where I was meant to join on originally, down there. Don't see too much in the way of other jumps down there. Then you kind of do it. I'm going to set a mark here for when I inevitably water my brains out. So we'll send this. Oh god, where's this go? Whap! Tars. Oh. Transfer. No transfer. I'm not keyed up. That is huge. It's actually insane. And then, oh god, I've jumped too far. Right, so I need to jump further to the right. Oh no, further to the left. And then there's more free ride down here as well. Holy, okay. There is so much more than I anticipated. How didn't I see all this when I was flying around? I must have just mistook it for being part of the actual track. Backflip. Oh, it's not rotating. It's not rotating. Oh, okay. Note to self, never watch Linz do a free ride / freestyle track ever again, because he never does it any justice at all. And then, whoop, little flowy. Oh, I've actually downsided a jump. Lovely stuff. That doesn't happen very often. And then, oh, God, we're veering off to the side here. Little transfer. Lovely. How's this? Little MTG shout as well. Love to see it. God, I'm so hopeful that that game is everything that it makes itself out to be, because my God, do we need it. Oh, no. Rest in peace. Okay, you know what? You guys are going to get very, very bored of seeing me sit here and crash over and over and over again. So we're going to move away from the free ride. I am just going to, with the power of editing, appear on the pit bike track on a pit bike, and we're back. Look at that. Lovely stuff. So, oh, that's not a good start whatsoever. I don't know if many people do give these pit bikes or 110s much love, but any time that I ride them, I always prefer riding them in third person. I don't know why. It just seems much more natural to me. So we're not going to spend much time going around here. As you can imagine, it's just literally a figure of 8, just an extra little bit of fun that he's put in for us. And I still have quick shift on, to the point where I can't even be bothered to go back into the settings and turn it off. So I'm going to try and learn how to ride this with quick shift. Having a whoop section with whoops that are that big on a this pit bike track is actually crazy work from you, Smokes, you evil man. I mean, I've made it through cleanish twice so far, but oh, there you go. As long as you can kind of get onto the top of them, it's absolutely fine. Rest in peace. I do like on these bikes where it's not just a case of the pit bikes are reskinned big bikes. They do have their own physics attached to it, which is the amount of times that I loop my lariat on these things, because they'll gain grip, and then because the wheelbase on them is so short, they're obviously very, very easy to wheelie, and very, very nimble in the turn as well. You can just like completely flop the bike over to the side, no problem at all. No, okay, that's the quick shift working poorly against me there. So that is a 3D model. I thought that was just like a texture at first. Yeah, honestly, the level of detail around here, like even the grass looks nice as well. Lovely stuff. I'm scared, to be honest, because as I said, Kevin put a good like 5-6 hours of work into texturing my track for me, and then where I've been to said track in real life and have all the different reference pictures of where like all the grass and the gravel stuff should be, I need to go in and touch things up a little bit and actually add some like gravel pathing in. Like the on track and the off track, watching him work is actually mesmerizing. The way that he like just free hands putting in, you know, like tractor tire marks and all that good stuff. It looks so organic. I absolutely love it. I'm actually scared to go and modify anything. I don't want to ruin stuff, but I need to. I want to make it as very 1:1 to real life as possible. Then once I've done that, I'll probably work on a little bit of a grass, I guess. Not model, you know what I mean. I'll work on the 3D grass a little bit, like we've got here dotted around. And then it's just down to more Blender work. I have to make a few more Blender objects and dot them around as well. But it is generally really exciting. And again, I know I've waffled on about the track building community in this video enough, but honestly, they're such lovely people. And it's not even a case of, oh, well, you're big Mr. YouTube guy, of course they're going to help you out. It's not that. Like, Kevin has sent me videos that he has just recorded just to explain things of him helping other people as well that aren't just me. So he's just taken that from him helping and shown it to me as well, and any issues I've had in my processes. So yeah, it's not just a case of big Mr. YouTube guy gets all the assistance. They are just generally that nice. So very, very good group of lads. So massive shout out to all of them again. And honestly, Smokester, really good job on this, and to everyone that helped you on this project, make sure you give them an extra big hug and a smooch next time. And I'm gonna peace out. I didn't expect this video to actually go on quite this long, but that's what happens when you got free rideable areas in the same, let's call it a compound. So good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to see me attempting round 1 of SMX tonight, then by all means stick by, hop by later for the YouTube stream and wish me some good luck. So catch you all in the next video. Peace.
Lynn's in the zone, never backing down. Riding MX bikes, he's the talk of the town. 2022 champ with a YouTube crown. His game is tight, no signs of slowing down. Late nights, bright lights, he's chasing that fame in the digital arena. Writing his name, she's a 10 out of 10. Supporting his lane, hairline might receive, but his passion's the same.